should be to be happy, because then you'll contribute more. And so I know Ayn Rand would not say be altruistic necessarily.
Yeah, I think it's a utilitarian kind of point of view of like, you should be happiness because it serves a higher goal. I don't think there's a higher goal. And that's the revolutionary perspective that Rand continues from the Renaissance and the Enlightenment, which is the life is about you. She has this wonderful definition for happiness. And she says happiness is that state of consciousness that proceeds from one's achievement of their own, I add, rational goals. Goals. She says goals. I find that fascinating. She basically says there are two things you need to do. One is to define your goals. They have to be rational. They have to be aligned with who you are, what you love, what you're good at, what people want to buy from you. And second is an effective way to achieve it. Because if you don't achieve it and you fail over and over again, you won't get to this result, which is a state of consciousness of, wow, I'm pretty effective. I'm successful. Things are working according to plan. I'm in a state of happiness. It's a state of mind. And it's beautiful how Jefferson put it, like it's a continuous pursuit. Why? Because goals change over time. I change over time. I become more specialized in specific areas. And I think that's what it is all about. It is about figuring out first, what is your central purpose? And she has this concept, central purpose, that I haven't heard anywhere. It's like, in my world of business, everything is clear. I got a mission for the company. I have a clear plan. I know exactly what to focus on and how to measure it. When it comes to my happiness, it's pretty blurry. What am I? And what she says, the way I interpret it, is take that level of clarity that we've developed in business and apply it to your life. And that's a fascinating idea. So I can talk a little bit more about how to find this or how to discover the discovery process. But, happiness is hard work.
You're right. I would like you to talk about that. But, I want to say one other thing. Try and talk during the interview. Just leave a little more time, because I want to ask you about something that very few people really talk about when it comes to Ayn Rand. And that is her views on romantic relationships and even sexuality. She's got some different angles on that. It's kind of interesting, and I haven't studied it very much, but since that becomes such a part of happiness, I think it's worth throwing that in, not just about achieving goals and, fulfillment, but, it's certainly romantic relationships and that kind of thing. It's part of the equation for sure. So yeah, tell us more.
First, I have to say, I'm not a philosopher, so, I don't presume to know things.
You're a practical philosopher. You're a tech guy. Yeah.
They call a professional, it's like an intellectual professional, not a professional intellectual. But I would say this, I think it is all the same. It all integrates to one point, which is values. You are pursuing values. It could be spiritual values. It could be material values. For me, and a lot of people don't like to think about it this way, but love is a spiritual goal. It's a spiritual value. Figuring out who is that person that reflects and projects that sense of life. She calls it the sense of life that you are attracted to. I think love is a goal, is a value that you pursue. If you are